Hello everyone, this is Namrata and I make learning videos every weekend. So today's topic is build a design pattern. So when we talk about build a design pattern, we need to learn that what is design pattern first of all. So design pattern is a common solution to a certain problem. So there is a situation where this problem occurs many of the time, and everyone has their own way of solving it. But certain designs of the code are standardized, and those standard pattern of the code are supposed to be defined as the design patterns. So design pattern is nothing but a way of solving a common problem. So what types of design patterns are there? So, if you ask me, there are three kinds of design patterns. So, one is creational, then there is structural, then there is behavioral. So, today we are going to talk about build a design pattern, and build a design pattern is a creational one. Okay, so why do we need a build a design pattern? Let's talk about this first. So for that I need a class. So let's say we have a product class over here. Okay, so this is my product class. It has three members, and I have a getter and setter for these members. Okay, and I have a constructor over here. Let's make a default constructor also. Yeah, so here let's create a main method. So I'll write as a product. So I will write as a product main class, and it will have a public static void main for us. So if we want to create a product object, so what do we need to do? We need to have product p1 is equals to new product. Either we are going to use the default constructor and do a p1 dot set everywhere. Okay, either we are going to do this, or we are going to put all the variables over here, one string, two string, like that. Okay, so in that way, let's say this is the name. So product name is, let's say, Dettol. Then there is this soap. So in this way we are able to handle the product object generation. So here what happens is we need to remember the sequence of the parameters. So if I, let's say, if I say, I can write it like this, right? It's a logical error. It will not give me any syntactical error or something, but it is going to give me a logical error at the runtime. So it's going to show me product name as soap and category as Dettol. So this, which is not correct according to my business rules. Another reason for us to have a builder design pattern is, so when we are initializing the values through constructor, so here I have to mention three variables because constructor takes three variables. Okay, so if I don't want to pass it all, it is an error. It is a syntactical error for the program. So here I have to mention any string over here. Let's say so over here, or I have to mention that this variable is null. So everywhere there would be a null, and it's like it's not readable enough. So if you are putting null over here, so you don't know why are you putting null over here, right? So this is the problem, that you need to remember the sequence of the variables, and if you don't want to pass certain variables, you need to mention it as null or put some default value over there. So to overcome this, we have builder pattern. So there is a very little change in it. So you need to write a product builder class. So I am writing it as a separate class. So here is my product builder class. Yeah, so this is my product builder class. So this product builder has all the properties that we have in product, and here it is. So here, as we are passing all the variables of product through product builder class, so we do not need any set variables. You can have them, but for now I'm not keeping them to have a better understanding and have a clean code over here. Okay, so I have three getters: product constructor, and then I have a product default constructor. Okay, so let's just comment it over here and then focus on product builder. So in product builder we have three parameters similar to the product class. So in over there, so what we need to do is we need to just so we need to have a public setter function which returns the product builder kind object. Okay, so here I'm doing that I'm writing a function set product number, which will take an integer product number, and this will return an object of product builder. So this set product number sets the product number of this class and returns the instance that it has. So here I will be writing the set methods for every variable over here. So all the setters are going to return product builder class, which is itself. So here is my product name. So this dot product name is equals to product name, and it returns the product builder instance, and similar is with product category. So here we have written all the setters. Okay, so here we have written all the setters, and now we are going to give this class method. Let's say it is a build method. Okay, so this build method is going to return a product class, and yeah, this is the build method, and this build method is going to return a product class. And here in the product class, I'm going to call the constructor. I'm going to call the constructor by passing all the values over here. So I have passed all the values, and in the product name class, code will change a little bit. P1 is equals to new. Instead of product constructor, I will be using product build over here. So in product build, I would be using as dot set. So here I want to mention is in the product builder. So this is a method of a product builder. On any instance, it can be called. So here in this line, a new product builder represents a new instance, and as is the object of product builder, we can have the method set product number over here. So I'm going to put 1 over here. Then as this set product number also returns a product builder, so I can set product name also over here. Let's say I'm putting as detol, and as this method also gives the as as this method also returns a product builder class, so I have product category method over here. So my category is so in this way you can initialize all the values of the product builder class, and at the end when you want the product object, so you need to call the build function of product builder class, so which will give you product instance for from this product builder class. So in this way builder design pattern is implemented. So it's like you can directly put the setters over here also, but that is not recommended. It is better to have a separate class, so which can keep everything sorted in a very proper manner. And here is our implementation. So let's see if I want to have another member over here, so what could be the changes that we need. So let's see, I can add one member over here, string product description, okay. So here for product description, I want a getter function, so that everyone can read this data, okay. So here I will be needing constructor, which will have all the variables over here. So I will not be needing 3 parameter constructor over here. So as my variable increases, so we tend to increase parameters in the constructor also, right? So in the earlier approach where we were doing this thing, that we were initializing through the constructor only. So what would have happened is we need to have this 3-member variable constructor in place. We could not have deleted it. So here with build-up design pattern, what will happen is uh, if you add another variable over here, so here also you can add the same variable, okay. So product description, and you can write another setter function over here. So this is my product description setter function. So I'm setting the product description over here. And I'm returning the product builder instance. So here instead of changing the product constructor all over the project, So you can change the constructor over here only. So if I say return new product, wait, product. So instead of changing all the parameters everywhere in the project, we can change the parameters of the constructor in the builder function itself. And if we don't want to mention any product description over here, it's our choice and it won't give any problem throughout the project. So these are the benefits of the builder design pattern, that you don't need to remember the sequence over here. So here let's say if I initialize the product name after product category, it doesn't matter because it is going to initialize the same product name in the same product builder instance, and it's going to create the same kind of product instance for us. Okay, so the sequence doesn't matter, and if you want to omit any attribute value, you can do it very nicely and cleanly. And if there are any more values to be added, the earlier code, the previous code won't be affected because of it. Apart from product builder class, so let's see one more kind of builder pattern that we can see is, so this is my email class, and I want to have a builder pattern for this email class. So in this email class, I have three members and few of the getters. Okay, I don't want users to access my constructor, so I've kept it as private. So if the constructor is private, then how are they going to instantiate it, right? So we have a builder class for that. I have a builder class for email as a static class, which is available outside the email class. And here I have set recipient function, where I will instantiate all the variables of the email builder class, and then I will give the email instance outside with the build function with all the values assigned to the email class with the help of email builder variables. So this is one more way you can have a builder pattern written. So this was builder design pattern. Now one more question arises. Is there any specific language limitation over this design pattern? So there is not, and you can implement it in any object oriented language that you want. Here is an example that I have implemented in the TypeScript. Okay, so here is my product class. The same things that I have in Java, I have implemented in TypeScript also. So this is a product number, name, category. I have the getter methods and a constructor over here. So for this product class, I have a product builder class. So this is the product builder class. Then I have all the member function, all the members over here. Then I have setters for it, which returns the product builder class itself. And here I have the build method, which returns the product instance. Okay, and here in the product main class, so here I have done similar to what was there in Java. So I have initialized the members with the help of product builder class. Okay, so apart from all this, where do we find the examples of builder design patterns? So they can be found in several of the database builders. Then you can find in many places in the Spring Boot framework by initializing all the connection details. So one of the example in the Spring Boot is here over here. So this is how you initialize LDAP details over here. So this is a way of doing builder pattern. So this was it, and I hope you have learned a lot with this video. And I hope that you click the like button and subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much, and have a nice day. Bye bye. Thank you.